मेरा नाम राधिका है मैं ब्राजील से हूँ और आपका स्वागत है to the channel today to do one life more. Sorry, my phone. I decided to do this live so randomly to talk a little bit with you about different topics. Now the camera is better. Hi, Kenu. What Paul? How are you? I'm good. How are you guys? I'm good. I wake up a little bit late, had my breakfast, and came to see you. Hi, Damotaram. How are you guys? I think this is the best hour to do live. I'm good. That's something. Oh, that's good. Everybody fine. Everybody already had the dinner. Here's the lunchtime, but I don't know if I'm going to eat now or later. I'm not feeling so hungry because I had breakfast just some time ago. I was thinking to do a live, like cooking, but my mother just cooked the lunch. I came here to say that I was thinking to start to doing lives there in TikTok, but I don't know because my audience there is completely different and has people from different parts of the world, so I don't know if I start there or not, because a different place for different dynamics can be more funny, more, you know, it's a different style that it into YouTube, especially because YouTube in general, the people that came in the lives are people that I already know. Because it's the same audience in TikTok, it's not like that. Like anyone can enter. I'm feeling the camera so weird, like towards the opposite side. You guys are feeling the same? Because honestly, for me, the camera's in the opposite side, I don't know. Oh, thank you. I know, you are here for a long time. I know who is following me since the beginning and who is the new. I love to see people from the beginning when I had like 1K subscribers. I feel really happy to see that some people still supporting me. Because when I started this journey to talk about my life and my spirituality here in Brazil as a Hindu, some people show it so much interest and they still hear, others know, and new people are coming, and this is so cool. And what I was thinking to upload next a video talking about my daily practice, what I do exactly in my spiritual journal. Like the mantras that I do, how I do. Really put them. Why? Which proof do you have? Share with us. And what's the proof? Share with us. I am open to see what you have to say. So just say it. Don't be shy. Show your proofs. I'm going to love to see. Because if you believe that it's the real religion is because you probably have a proof you already saw. So share with us. Bring light to our life today. It's going to be really interesting. Because just speak is not interesting. Words don't mean nothing. You need to share the proofs, the source that you have, so we can also learn with you. Because I already read the Quran more than once. I think you do not have a right. But it's fine, don't worry. I would love to receive a coin every time someone from Islam or Christianity say, oh, but Jesus analyzed them. I will be so happy to receive a coin every time I hear this. I will have probably a lot of money. Literally, I would love to receive a coin every time a Muslim or a Christian say this to me. I have something like this. I ask myself, what would you happen if I what's going to happen if I go to other people's door, knock on their door and say, come, let me teach you the good news about Shiva. They would be in peace, they would accept. I doubt. I think in Brazil, if I try to go to other people's house, to Christian house and say, come with me, listen a little bit of the history of Shiva, they will not pay attention to me. Definitely not. Hare Krishna Apalapu. I have 100% sure that if I start to do the same thing that some Christians do, that it's go in the morning and knock on people's door to say, listen the history of Jesus. I have sure if I start to do this with Krishna, Shiva, the reaction is not going to be good. They're going to kick me like this. But I don't know why they keep doing this with others. They say, oh, but Jesus say that we need to preach the gospel. Okay, do for the people that want to listen. Because I have sure that if I start to go to your house in the morning to say, listen, the good news about Krishna, you will not enjoy. So let's respect other people's space. Why you are and say, but Jesus is the only God. You need to read the Bible. I already read more than once. I have the Bible in my house. I know what's right. And I grew up as Christian. I went to church. I did the Christian school for kids. I did everything. I received Christians at my house to do the reunion. I did this. I know the Bible. So why you are always telling me to read? I know, hey, Kartki, Hare Krishna, Pranjit, Northeast India. I want to know this part of India. So obviously, I know. Actually, I was thinking to do one thing that a guy did. Once I heard a guy saying that had a Christian woman in his neighborhood and she was always going in his house to talk about Christianity, and one day he said, no, you're going to listen. He invite her to enter, close the door, and sit with her and start talk about Sikhism. So I was thinking to do the same next time when a Christian came to my house to talk about Christian. I'm going to say, okay, you can talk, but then I'm going to talk about the Gita with you. Let's share spiritual knowledge. Let's share about gods. Are there lots of Hindus in Brazil? No lots, just a few. Namaste Ayush Radhe Hanuman. Thank you. These Christians just like to preach Jesus is love, this and that, but turn their faces when someone mentions how many people were turned if they didn't convert in Victoria. Yes, but sorry, they will always use the excuse, but they were not true Christians. Even today, when some Christian person do something, they going to, oh, but it's not a real Christian. When it's about other religions, is the problem religion. But when it's someone from their religion, they're going to say, oh, but he's crazy, but he do not represent us. Not everybody's ladies. Oh my gosh, it's so annoying. I will one day, definitely. Probably not this year, but I will. So I am already decided the next time someone come to me to convert to Christianity, I'm going to talk about Krishna and the Gita, and let's see if they going to be so open mind to hear. Yes, I know. That's the way to do it. I do that with Jehovah's Witnesses. They learn about us and they always interested in hearing about the concept of God's name. That's good. I think I'm going to do the same because I always try it to be cool and listen to them, and I always say thank you, I grew up Christian, I know about Jesus, okay, thank you for your visiting. But now I think I'm going to do the same. I will listen to them and say, okay, now you guys going to listen to me, so you can have this spiritual exchange. Everybody will learn a little bit today. I will be transported as guide. No cost, so cool. I receive this type of message constantly. I want to learn Hindi first so I can speak Hindi with people and nobody think I am foreigner. And I'm going to say Megorina Hihon. I just need to learn how to do the accent. You can also explain Christians. It we with help of Hindutva, Trinity, Father, how Jesus come back, all this, yes. Good for you. Do you have any plan to visit India? Not this year. As I say, not this year. But I would love. This year probably is not possible. Let's see the next one. Yes, I started with Duolingo, but I stopped because I noticed that Duolingo it was using a too formal way of speaking, and I learned that it's not how people really speak in real life. Someone told me that it was very old words that people used to use in the past, so it is too formal. So I started to learn Hindi with YouTube, with people speaking in real life. So this is what I need to do. Same here. I stopped doing. Yes, I stopped because I say it's too formal. If I go there speaking like this, people, you'll see that has something weird. And I need to understand the conversation that people really have in the streets. No, I cannot go there and start speak like someone who lived in the Mahabharata time. So I prefer to learn with real people on YouTube. I found some good channels to learn Hindi. They teach words that we really going to use, and also I like to hear songs, especially the songs for kids, because I think it's a more realistic Hindi, and also the way they speak, it's an easy way to understand. Because sometimes the pronunciation of the Duolingo is not so good because it's not a human. So I think it's much better this way. I think I feel more progress like this, learning from real people. Oh, my Hindi is so bad. I think it's something that I need to improve is the accent. The channels that I use to learn Hindi is Your Indie Coach. Let me see the other one. See, this one's already inactivated, but I still like to use that is this one. Section. The person do not upload anymore, but I like to see come here and see the old videos because it has the basic things. So I need always to remember. It has another one too that is the Hindi Hindi video. This one has like a good way. The girls playing a very good way. And also in Your in the coach that I just say it. I like this one too. He speaks so slowly, but this is good because we can literally learn in a good way. Language doesn't matter, only Bhakt matters. Oh, the language that matters. Just to learn the Bhakt, I need to learn a little bit. Another language. Hindu and ancient Baltic native pagans have a lot of common. Many religions, spiritual paths are very similar, especially the old ones. In diseases spoken by mouth parts like lips, consonants. I don't think it's easy. Like wise, five, verga, square. You must know vowel, consonants of in their voice and phonetics based. For me, it's not that easy, especially some pronunciations. Cambodia very styles to define. Sanskrit phonetics based pronunciation never changes. If Chinese, Japanese, Mongolian, anybody speak voice more like mouth parts. Basic. Well, it's great to know you. Hare Krishna, I wish you all the blessing from God and goods on your spiritual journey. Hare Krishna, thank you. Karunesh. It means elder sister. Pa means younger sister. Yes, I learned this. It was one of the first things I learned in Hindi. For Shiva temple, but Shiva don't allow. Did you see the new nursing movie? No, not yet. Guys, I didn't watch this one, but I see people saying some things that is not exactly true. They are making it bigger to receive more views, so some videos are not so correct. So pay attention. In Brazil, we have a Hindu community, yes. Most of them is Hare Krishna, and has some people in Brazil that practice yoga, but they don't practice the whole Sanatana Dharma. And I saw that some channels are saying this, like, oh, the Brazilians are becoming Hindus, but this is not exactly true. They are using images of people that practice yoga, but they do not identify as Hindu. I know that some people do this to receive more views, but it's not exactly true. So take care of the YouTube channels that you guys are watching. Some people are making something bigger to receive more views. Lithuania is like Sanskrit and their religion also. Really, I didn't know that. The big sister, behind small sister, you're behind most people here. Also so similar to Sananda. Yes, it is. This I don't know much about this one. Your house is musical. It was the television. My mom is watching in the other room. And also has a little bit of music in the street. Someone's listening in another house and the window is open, so Brazilian first have stopped killing cats to be Hindu, and I don't see in heaven. Oh, this is difficult because if you try to get the meat of a Brazilian thing, is going to be I don't know. Brazilian people love meat a lot, so I think this is one of the biggest problem for people that want to become Hindu. For them, not eat meat is something difficult. It's a big step for them. I see. Thank you for clarity. Yes. I think more people interested in Sanatana Dharma, but I think I saw some videos that are making it much bigger than how it is. Honk. A lot of your geological religions are similar to Sanatana, but we are theists and believe Vedas are supreme. Yes. Has special rights and duties like mothership. Yazidis are South Indian migrants. I didn't know that. Why so many gods in this monkey-faced god, big face? It's very illogical. It's nature. It's symbolic. You need to understand something in a symbolic way. It's like in Islam when the prophet did that travel with the creature that had a human face and animal body. Is the same thing, or no? And the worst parts that is also illogical, but the Muslim believe that. Why did Brazilians quit their original language and culture? It was not the Brazilian, it was mandatory. When we were colonized by Portuguese, they literally forbidden people to talk their native language. We just could speak Portuguese. Actually, the slaves received a punishment with putting the colonizers used to put something in their mouth if they speaking in their real language. It was a punishment. So we are forbidden. Some people, some indigenous people could, but not the black people. Because they used to say that they will plan a way to run away or create a rebellion, something like that. What the word Brazil means? It's because of a tree that you have in Brazil. It's very long. Let me try to show you. It's because of a tree that has something a red color. This one is a tree that you have in Brazil. The Portuguese run this tree. See? Prophet's not God, he's just messenger of God. But let's not talk about the prophet, but what he used to travel. The mythology. Goa in India was under Portuguese rule too before it was liberated after a few years after Indian independence from Britain. Yes. Slow accent better for you. Yes, I still have problem with my accent, but I try to calm them, the people that I see. Equaling all being is it not does God speak as lower or dirty that it's not God. By the way, Vahara, Avatar, and Matsya Avatar is a art form of God, and not of Brahma, Evan Brahma confirms. Portuguese also did the same atrocities to Goa, but the locals fight against and survived. And that's good. I think it's because also India had so many more people. It was a more developed country than Brazil was when the invaders came. So I think it was more for Indians to fight and protect their culture. It was easier than it was for Brazil because the indigenous people of Brazil, they are not so developed like India were. Like in when the colonizers invaded India, you guys already had right, and you guys had policies, um, you guys had arm, you guys had ancient temples. The indigenous people in Brazil, they are very simple yet. They didn't invent nothing like that, and many people died because of the illness that the Portuguese had. Good morning, Subhash. Arion, Namaste, Yalapa, Habishash, Radiradi. I don't know if it is or SD. Yes, I know Bharat. Many people talk about this song. Sometimes I do double. Thank you, Daniel. Also, Sanana Dharma in the Special Avatar, Chronology Online with Darwin Theory. Yes, I noticed this in the beginning when I was studying. Because it's my favorite, really. You can find out there in the person you can talk to that you can learn quickly. Yeah, I need to practice more. I don't know anyone they speak. Om Namah Shivaya Samaravaka. It's absolutely. Don't tell me these evolutions. Cyber's nourishing half lion, half man. It's not part of the evolution. Oh my gosh, this dog. It's the noise. Always this dog start to bark when I want to do my videos. It's something crazy. Oh. Okay, I think now stop it. No, I'm not. I am Brazil. Brazil is a new country, but has been mentioned in Ramayana, Sanana, name rose by and for Sanana as Sir Grievous Atlas. I heard some theories, but I don't know if it's true or not. It's something that I have some doubts about it. And science always proved our sensory wisdom and Dharma. Yes, most of the Hindus say avatars are Darwin's theory to look scientific, but none of Purvashri say anything like this. Actually, what I know the scriptures is saying that life starts in the water, came to earth like simple animals, and this is similar what Darwin. Oh, and actually the universe, because in the Vishnu Purana at least, it says that it was very everything like a ball, and expanded, and is still expanded, and one day it's going to and start again. And the theory that we have now, the Big Bang theory, is exactly like this. It was everything very condensed, had the explosion, the expansion, and the universe now is expanding, and one day it's going to back. This is what you know about science, so it's similar. Cannot be the same, but it's similar. And this was one of the reasons that made me also want to hear about Sinanarma. We have seen mentions North American continent in Hindu religious book text. There's a lot to quote from Indian scriptures, a lot of knowledge. Yes, we have a lot to learn about the past of India. That's why archaeology is something really important. Study history is important, and obviously, we finally had many things that were lost and destroyed by invaders, so it's not going to be easy to know about it, but we need to learn the things that we know. No, Ayush. Modern science will rediscover a lot of these which industries they don't. Yeah, I hope so. That's why I say archaeology is something really important in Indian subcontinent. Has so many things that you could not translate and find out. especially in the most ancient civilizations. I prefer Chinese use subtitles some of his videos that much deeper hypercaption. I check. Was Brazil also colonized and by which country? Portuguese. First came the Spanish, but they didn't stay here for longer. Then we had the Portuguese. They stayed for longer. It was so bad because I think it would be better if it was the Spanish. Yes, I would agree on that. The Purana does mention that sheer sagar cause water originate life on which Vishnu sleeps and eventually light goes back circus, yes. Almost how many years? It was almost in the same time it was with India. Then they're called by okay by RSD. It was 600 ago. 600. 600 years ago. Brazil is very recent country. It's not like India that is very ancient, a lot of history. We are a new baby. Before colonies, Brazil had any other? Yes, the Tupi Guaranis, but they were not so sophisticated like the Mayans, for example, because we were one of the latest group to move to come here. So the indigenous people of Brazil, they were not like the ancient Indians. They were not like the Mexican Mayan, this Mayan or the Aztecans. They are very recent in the continent. They were one of the latest group to arrive. When the Portuguese came here, they didn't have temples, nothing like this. They are very simple. I will show a little bit to you. Like this, how they walk. They didn't have proper clothes. They used to use arrows, things like that. Their houses, it was like this. I will show something in real life. Like they still have now, but now it's more something tourist for you to visit. Like this. Can you see? The image is not that good, but so they are not so sophisticated. How they used to live. Basically something like this. Very less know about Nagas, but they're very mystery. Yes, I love the Nagas history. I thought to do a video with everything that I know, but I don't know. A mini pralaya, parts of the solution, total the solution, and trillion human years. A lot. Feeling happy to see your ancient culture. Yeah, it's good to see. But as I say, they were not so sophisticated like the Mayans because they arrived in this continent. They were the latest group. See? Now, if you are a tourist and you decide to come here to Brazil, they receive the tourist and do the rituals to show how they do the stuff. So you can pay to see this if you come here to Amazon. They do not use, now they use clothes, obviously, but in the past they didn't use this. They were more natural. Like this. They are like this. They have straight, dark hair, brown skin, with the eyes like this. monolithic eyes. See? Basically something like this. They do body painting with natural stuff, and the tattoo on their body is made with natural things, and the symbols has meaning to protection, devotion, to the clans they belong to. They also use the red thing here from Urukun. There are many types of indigenous, not just one. See, these paints in their body has different meanings. It's about the clan they belong, the deity they are devotees, for protection, things like that. Hope we don't forget the ancient histories of Brazil need to preserve. They try now to preserve. That's why they receive the tourists to explain their culture, how they live. Yes, they should teach more. I heard very many bad things that Aztec used to do, like flying skins of their crystal gods. Yes. Namaste, Gargi, Har Mahadev. Looks good. Yeah, it's cool. Hi, beautiful part. I'm good, Gargi. How about you? I also think their culture is really interesting. They have really, really interesting rituals, clothes, the mythology. Is some things are similar to Sanananda Dharma, like most of the ancient tribes. They came here from Asia, but the northeast part, I think, from Asia. Some historians think maybe had people from other parts of Asia, but what we know now is probably most of the indigenous they still live here is from the northeast part of Asia. My eye is itching so much. Holding bad light. Ay. Why? Summit. I'm good. But how are you? Thanks for sharing your knowledge. Yes. I would love to know more about them, but it's not so easy because in the schools, in farming, they do not teach us that much. You need to learn from the people, and to learn from the real indigenous, you need to go there. Nowadays, the people from the native people from Brazil, they look like a little bit of Mexicans. Can you see? It's like a similar face with Mexican people because they have some similarity in the ethnicity. They are all a group of Asians. Hi, you know Guru Premanand? Yes, I know. People write about a lot about him here in my channel. But I think it's enough. Oh, one thing that it's also similar to Indian culture about the native people of Brazil. They also use saffron and urucum to do their body paints. The same materials that we in Sanananda Dharma use to do the tilak and stuff is the same. The same ingredients. Not the urucum is completely Brazilian, but it's similar. The saffron is really, they really use the saffron to do the body paints and the stuff. Post Abraham Croatian of certain entire cloth mindset become a norm, which still have its effect in today's, or else humans were more close with nature. Yes, most of them were. By Dobu. Yes, the Abrahamic religion changed many things because if you see many of the ancient religions, the idea it was almost the same. They are very connected to nature. They used to worship nature. So these changed after the Abrahamic religions. Many Indian vloggers in Brazil and they explain Brazilian culture in a simple way. Yes, ancient Indians, ancient Mexican, ancient Brazilian, long lost cousins. Yes. What's going on between Brazil and USA? Why Trump is fighting for president? Because the same thing that is happening with Korea, Venezuela, is about paying more. And Lula, our president, not accepting because our president say that we should not tolerate something like that. That is not going to be good economically to any of any of the countries. I think this also is happening with India. I think Trump made India pay 25%, if I'm not wrong, in some things. Seems to be a fan of your ex-president. Recently, he did a video saying like, "Oh, he's not my friend," but it's because the last president it was also from the same wing. But I think Trump don't care for real. He's just using it as a puppet. Basically, it's this. But that's it, guys. I think I will speak too much today. I have few many similarities in India and Brazilian scene caused by seeing your phone images. Yes, there's a lot of similarities. I think most of ancient traditions has the idea of God. For example, some indigenous people in Brazil see God in the same way that we see Brahman, and has the nature, spirits, and deities. They do the fiery ceremony, so it has similar. The body paints with similar stuff and similar ingredients. Just the Abrahamic people that changed everything. Don't want to comment much about police, but BRICS will emerge as a pole of the upcoming multipolar world I feel. Everybody is putting a little bit of hope that BRICS is going to help our countries be more developed and be a little bit free from dollar. Has gone. Yes, he likes to receive attention. He is expecting that the world be on their knees for him, but I think people will not accept this anymore. Hi Dev, Kishore, how are you? Okay. But I really see some comments in IG by other religions say we worship many gods, we worship everything, but that's not true. We, you know which one is true from zero to multiverse. Yes. But the avatars are not exactly God. You know that we have the Brahman that is supreme and their representations, but it's the same thing. People just pretend to be stupid to judge and feel good about their religion. Trump has become mad with age. But Americans voted for him, so they need to tolerate. I'm good, Dave. What is PIX payment? I heard that is similar to UPI. So it's a way to pay instantaneously. Just like that, you put in your code. Everybody has their personal code, and you can pay things and give money to someone in a very quickly way, at the same time. It's very popular in Brazil. People sometimes do not use money, just the PIX. Look, my dear, I already say this to you many times that most of our new app can tell us are based on more startup things. So it looks like illogical, yes. from shampoo to nuclear, it's all connected with Hinduism. Yes, ancient Bahad culture has, like, they talk about so many things, and this is something that made me really curious to know more about India, because the ancient people had knowledge from everything. They used to search and learn about many things in specific details. Brazilian move, change your reaction to Indian Bahubali move was an awesome review. Forget the names. Probably it has something. Yes, have you watched Tamasha? Not yet. India and Brazil should make a common joint payment system. Yes, I don't know what you guys are using, but Pix, I think Pix is really good. It's really simple, but have one problem. The Pix, if you do the wrong code for the wrong person, you cannot take it back. I think this is the bad thing. North America and South America is very near common, but looks like very different. It's different, but the ancient people are very similar. Samoan culture is very interesting too. Yes, I don't know much, but the few that I know is interesting. I think North is America is mostly different because the native population there was almost erased by. Exactly, exactly. They destroy their culture. Hi, Praveen, namaste. India is majorly cashless nowadays, UP rules. Yeah, here in Brazil, people are not using money that much. It's more the credit card or the Pix. That's the most popular. When are you coming in? In foreign, it's not going to be this year. I think it's very difficult this year. Have you watched Tamasha? No, Sativka, I didn't. I have a long list of movies to watch. Narsinha, the Bahubali 2, Long Lat 2 that I didn't watch yet. What else? I think that's it. The others I already did. Ram Naranji, Shivan Singh. I think I already talked too much, right, guys? It's most time for you guys to sleep. Namaste, Kiran, and I'm here speaking about culture, politics, Sarana Dharma, many things. Um, if God there is 100% this because it's the oldest reason most and the chronology where the proofs are all over the internet. If you want, we can convert all the people on the yes. People just need to have more knowledge in the solution for the word as an alternate to uncle, sons, and uncles, which you see more about it. Namaste, Govinder, how are you? Which is our move? Is there any awareness about cow protection in your country? No. Canada has the vegetarian and vegan people. Good night, Baratri, sort of. Sleep well. Vegan people talks about protect animals, but it's difficult. The culture of meat is very deep in Brazilians' mind. Most of the foods here are with meat, especially red meat. It's difficult to people let go. It's Friday evening in India. People should be preparing for weekend fun. Yes. Rakiona. For me, it's difficult to celebrate this festival because I don't have brothers, and in Brazil there are not many Hindus, especially in my neighborhood. So, good night, sister. Nice talk to you. Good night, Dave Kishore. Sleep well. See you in the next live. I hope so. But I also need to go. I'm here for 49 minutes, almost 1 hour, talking about random stuff with you. Do you don't have any cousin brother? Cousins, yeah, but not in this state. You can celebrate like with your sisters. Yes, but any of them live here in my state, so and for them don't means nothing. So, how about that's it, guys? I think I already speak too much. Have you heard anything about it from Hare Krishna movement, guys? Yes. Your family follows? No. It's a good move about to Indian Revolutionary Alliance and Komarampi. I never heard. It's beneficial for girl and loss for your family follow. Hinduism? No, they didn't. They don't. About cow protection. No. As I say, the vegan people, the vegetarian people, they talk about protect all animals, not just cow. But that's it, guys. Now I need to go. I need to have my lunch. And I will try today do a live now on TikTok after my lunch. I never did live on TikTok. I don't know how to do, but I think I'm going to do. Suggest you can have separate videos, movie reaction channel too. I already thought about that, but it's going to be difficult to create content for more than one channel. Because it's their faith, they grew up as Christians, so. I'm not vegan. Enjoy your lunch meals. Thank you, Hunky. You guys too, you guys need to enjoy your night, have your dinner. I don't know, I think most of you already had the dinner, right? Oh, it's hurting. But that's it, guys. I loved to talk with you. It was good to be in this moment with you, but now I need to have my lunch, I need to edit. Maybe we'll do a live on TikTok, I don't know. What time in Brazil? It's 30:51. See? 1:51, almost 2. So, channel monetize it. It's not good. I'm not receiving nothing from the channel, but I already did a video talk about my monetization. But now my channel is being punished. You know that video from Reaction Narasim? That video had more than 8k views and I just received 91 cents. And I can't take the money. Mornings 8. Yes, but basically this, guys. Thank you for your presence here. I love to talk to you. I will come here in the next live, probably on Sunday. So, firmlingue.